Good morning, Gogglefrogs, and how are you today? Hopefully you're enjoying this wonderful snow that we have on this wonderful Monday morning. So I hope that you're okay and had a lovely weekend, and you must tell us what you've been up to this weekend. Can you believe it? We are on show episode 195. We have been going for almost 11 months. And we went live for the first time when we went into lockdown in March last year. So I've been going for a little while. For the next hour, I'm Angela, and this is my wonderful friend and co-host, Robert.
Hello.
And we are going to chat for the next hour. We are going to talk about all things knitting and anything else that comes to our mind. And the only rules are that you sit back and you have your cup of tea, coffee, water, whatever it is, whatever time zone you're on, and you have a little bit of knitting, crochet, cross stitch, whatever you want to do. I'll just sit back and enjoy the next hour. You can see us, but we can't see you. So I've had to put my makeup on this morning, but you don't have to. Don't you worry. And Robert always looks gorgeous anyway. We've got a chat box on the right hand side. So if you're watching us live, please write in the chat box. And if this is your first time with us, please post and tell us where you're from. Now, if you're watching us on replay, and hello to everyone on replay, we will read out what's in the chat box because that bit doesn't get recorded. And likewise, if you're watching us on YouTube, hello to you watching us on YouTube as well. And we will read out the chat so you can understand what we're talking about. So a huge good morning. So I'm going to have to go in a minute and let the cat in because the cat's deciding to go out and play in the snow, come in, and sit down and relax. Go out and play in the snow. So we've got a little bit of the okey cokey going on with the feral cat at the moment. Did I miss anything, Robert?
YouTube, Facebook.
Oh, I did YouTube.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's all right. And we have a Facebook group as well, which is Gogglefrogs Craft and Natter. And we have got some Instagram stuff as well, although it's not as consistent. We've got a Facebook page, which is Gogglefrogs Knit and Natter. And we've got an Instagram page as well, which is Gogglefrogs, I believe. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, please ask to join the Facebook group, Craft and Natter. Gogglefrogs Craft and Natter, because that's where we showcase all of the work that people are posting, and it's really nice to see what people are working on as well. So it's a little bit chilly when you've got a door wide open because the cat refuses to stay in. Oh, and a minute ago I nearly walked into the cat. The cat was sat there, and our little feral cat is jet black, absolutely gorgeous, very little and petite, and we just sat there. And as I walked straight into the living room, the cat didn't think I'm actually in the main thoroughfare into the living room, and did not move until I had to do a side swerve to avoid walking into the cat's face. So it would have gone for me if I'd have done that, and I would have been horrified, absolutely horrified. But it's so quiet and just sits there. So never mind. So should we say some good mornings?
Yes, let's.
Okay. Bottom to top?
As always.
Yeah, we'll do bottom to top. So good morning, Safi. Lovely to see you today.
Morning,
and
Safi.
Hello to Marion. And hello to Marion.
Hi, Marion. Hi, Marion.
Our Marion crew are here. And I hope you're all well. Louise, hello to Louise. Lovely to see you with us. Hello, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Lovely to see you. And hello, Judy.
Hi, Judy.
And hello, Janice. How is London?
Hi, Janice.
And hello, Jackie. Lovely to see you.
Hi, Jackie.
Are you working? So we're on in the background. We always are. So lovely that we're here and keeping you company while you're working. Good morning, Georgie. And how are you and everybody?
Hi, Georgie.
And hello again to Denise. Lovely to see you today.
Hi, Denise.
And Hello, Brigitte. How are things? Hopefully you're
Hi,
doing
Brigitte.
well. And hello to Angela too. So
Hi,
lovely,
Angela.
lovely to see you all. So just go through the chat. So Brigitte says, morning peeps, episode 195. Thank you for reminding me. I wouldn't have remembered what number we were on. Judy says, good morning, everyone. Jackie says, morning all. Yes, I'm working. Safi says, morning, lovelies. Georgie says, morning and kisses. Thank you so much. Louise says, good morning, everyone. Snowing here. Oh, that's brilliant. I think it's stopped here. It's very, very fine. It's not proper snow.
No.
Thankfully. Angela says, morning. Denise said, good morning. Jackie says, lots of snow here, so no running today. I'm glad you're staying safe. You can't go running when it's all slippy out there. You just can't. Linda says, good morning, everyone. On this snowy day, it most certainly is snowing, isn't it? Marion says, morning. Louise says, Jackie, a good decision. I had a very slowy dog walk earlier. All I've done is walk to the bin in me flip-flops. So it's rather cold on the old toes and back. That's all I've done, and opened the door for El Cato that's in and out doing the okie-cokie today. So anyway, let me get my knitting out. Rather excited. Huh?
Go on. Rather excited.
I finished the long rib, so I'm on the normal bit. I'm on the stocking stitch on the back. So I think I did about 10 rows last night. But I'll tell you the little story around doing the 10 rows. It wasn't intentional. I sat down, did 2 rows, thought I'll go to bed, and then I couldn't go to bed. And I'll tell you why later. It's quite funny. So yeah, it's always good, isn't it? When, like, this is a very long rib for an illusion cardigan. It's a jumper, but it looks like a cardigan from the front. And yeah, so when you start the rib, you realize that the arms aren't too far away to start decreasing for the arms. So it's really quite exciting. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, it was quite good to know I've had a little bit of an achievement. And I tell you what else as well. I found another 2 balls of this. I'm going to have more than enough. So I'm going to have enough to do a shawl or something. And can you remember that other shawl that I did with the fingers at the front? And I kept saying, I'm sure I've got another ball of this. I'm sure I've got another ball of this. I found another ball the other day. The ball that I didn't think, I thought I'd gone mad. You know, it's like when you know that you've got an extra ball somewhere. Which project bag do you think it was in? Bear in mind, this is Louisa Harding. It was in with Norro. So it shouldn't have been there. However, it's a similar colour. So that's why I must have just thrown it in there. So it was in one of my Norro project bags.
Was it in the triangle project bag?
No, it was in the other one. You know, the is it Geshe? Which is, it's the most beautiful colours that I got in browns and greens, but it's more of a cotton, so there's absolutely no give whatsoever in it. So it's just trying to find the right project for it. And when I've looked at their own patterns, there's nothing that's really taken me. So for some stupid reason, I'd thrown it in there. So I do have this nice big ball of Geshe, which is 600 meters, 200 grams. It's just like, what am I going to do with that? So if anybody's got a nice pattern, let me know. It'll probably be a shawl of some description, but I'm not quite sure what. So yeah.
I have an idea.
Have you? What's that?
Well, secret project. That's all I'm going to say to you. One of the secret projects. That might look nice in it.
Okay, so this must be a little bit of a pattern that Robert's been creating. But you know, we'll be coming out, but we have to test things a few times, and that's what takes, honestly, that's what takes the time behind the scenes, trying to test things, trying to sort things out. And And also trying to get our own items finished.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm part of Rebecca's Finished It February Facebook group, and I keep thinking, oh, maybe I'll get this shawl finished, but then I keep doing lots of Gogglefrog stuff, and I'm not sure if I can count them because I can't show the pictures until we've released it.
Do you know what? We're going to have to do another thing, aren't we? We're going to have to say project finished and stick it in either a brown paper bag or a box, and so we can't show you the finished article, but honestly there's something finished, because we don't lie, do we? But there is something finished within here. Oh, I know. Yeah.
Should we have some music before we start talking about our weekends?
Yeah, shall we?
Let's do that.
So if you're new, we have a musical interlude every day. And if you've been with us before, you'll know that I have no idea what is coming on. And sometimes it's very apt. And Saturdays was really rather amusing.
Saturdays was hilarious.
I know.
I told Gary afterwards, and he was like, I don't get it.
He's not watched the show, has he?
No.
He's not sat in the same room as me either when I just talk for England, because when we talk, we have a conversation, if you know what I mean. It's just not me twittering. So it's really quite funny on Saturday's show. So anyway, who knows what Robert has chosen for us on this delightful snowy Monday morning? But if you'd like to go on to mute, and we will listen to it and see what it is.
Have fun, everyone.
That's one of his favourite tunes of all time. Yeah. We actually went to see, sorry, what's it called?
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers. We went to see Kenny Rogers, and then my parents came down, so we got tickets for them as well. And there was Kenny Rogers, and I don't know if it's a person called Charlie Lansbury, I don't know, and a female with dark hair, and somebody else who played, did he play a trombone? I don't know, but anyway, there were 4 people there, so it's not my real genre. But yeah, we were in the second row. It was really quite freaky, and what was so funny was he obviously has such a following, and there were all these women running up to the front of the stage and putting their like flowers on for him, but he couldn't bend down because his hips were so bad. So you could see him try, but bless him, honestly, he did an amazing performance, and it's only when you realise that people's bodies are really creaky. But he was brilliant, had a really, really good voice. And yeah, so I have seen Kenny Rogers and other people, but I can't remember what their names are, so I will tell you another time. So anyway, we'll just catch up on chat.
So before you do that, so I mentioned we talked about Kenny Rogers last week, and we quite often talk about line dancing and stuff like that. So when we talked, that's been in my selection for a while, because I used to do a line dance to it, but the only steps that I can remember now are the middle 8, where you just walk around in a circle because that's the reset part. And then when we mentioned Kenny Rogers last week, I thought, oh well, I'll play it. And to be fair, it was a bit of a stab in the dark this morning, purely because I hadn't put music on over the weekend, which I normally do, and it got to 9 o'clock this morning, and I thought, I'm sure I forgot to do something. So I just had to pick something at random.
Oops.
Folks, it looks like Angela's gone. Some of you are having techie issues, we do know that, so maybe when Angela's back I will then reboot as well, in the hope that fixes everybody. We're going to catch up on some chat though. So oh, she's trying to come back. Maybe she will. Louise, Jackie says, Louise, I'll be going out for a walk with hubby later. Brigitte says, I cancelled my dentist appointment at 8:30 this morning. Dare not to walk on the slippery pavement. Too risky to slip and break something. My friend in Germany has 20 centimetres of snow and still snowing. Nightmare. But they cope with it better than we do, though. With us, everything just comes to a complete halt, doesn't it? One flurry and that's it. Countries at standstill. Safi said, that's good, Angela, as you thought you were going to be short. No snow up here. It tried a little bit, then gave up for now. Sarah says, morning, sorry I'm late, I overslept. Amber says, good morning everybody.
And just
It's 0
say,
degrees.
you're never late for Gogglefrogs. Don't worry. Never ever late.
No. That's why I did the 2 comments back to back, because they both said sorry they were late, but nobody's ever late. Marion says, morning, Sarah and Amber. Sarah says, morning, Marion. Rebecca, good morning, good morning, Rebecca. Says, morning, having Wi-Fi problems here. I can hear but not see. I may stay if I can't sort it out, enjoying the music. Sarah says, I've only heard the Hasty Dixie cover of this song. I've never heard that. And Rebecca says, oh, Hasty Dixie are great, but she only knows this version. Sarah says, it's so weird when you've only heard a cover of something and you don't recognise the song, but somehow you know every word. Yep. Anne says, morning everybody. No snow here yet, just a bit of a flurry earlier on. Georgie says, very good, love a bit of Kenny Rogers. Denise says she can only hear us, no pictures. Brigitte says, lovely musical tune today. Rebecca says, love a bit of twang in the morning. And Amber says, have not heard that song for a while. So as you've just refreshed, Angela, I'm going to refresh as well in the hope that that fixes everybody's issues. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, I always think that when we have snow and bad weather, everything goes a little bit haywire, doesn't it? So yeah, let's see. So I know there's a few little technical glitches, but hopefully we will be fine. We should be fine. So we'll do what we can. And he is back in the room.
Well, I think I'm back. Am I back? I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
There we go. So how was your weekend?
Yeah, very good. To be honest, we talk about weekends, don't we? But it's just
okay. How was
the highlight is to go out and do a little bit of shopping. It's fine. But anyway, I was I did shopping. Oh, is that Robert who's disappeared, or is that me who's still here? Just let us know. I think it's still technical glitches. But this weekend, I refused to shop to queue in supermarkets, so I just kept going until I could find one that I didn't have to queue up outside of. So that's what I did on Saturday afternoon. Yeah, so can you just let me know if you can see Robert or me, or both of us?
Denise did post that she can see and hear us now. So I think it was Rebecca who was also having problems. Marion.
Oh, right, okay. I can't see you, so I think it's just my side, so don't worry about it. Yeah, so my weekend was fine. And then yesterday we just had a really lovely, relaxing-ish day at home, which was really nice. How was yours, Robert? Because you were backwards and forwards to Kent, weren't you?
Yes, we went and saw Gary's mum on Saturday. Oh my word, I've just looked out the window and it's now more than a bit of a flurry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So she wasn't very well. We were a bit concerned, but she was better when we left, better when we spoke to her yesterday, so that was okay. I fell asleep for about 2 hours while I was there because I was exhausted. And then started a Gogglefrogs pattern while I was there, carried on with it yesterday. We've been binge watching lots of TV because we can't go out and do anything. We've just been watching TV series at random. So the current one is The Order on Netflix. And season 1 was okay, you could follow it. Season 2 has gone a bit weird. So, but we're more than halfway through now, so you've got to carry on at that point, haven't you?
Well, you say so, but I did the unthinkable with a series. Can't even remember. It's a Finnish series on Netflix, and the first series was actually pretty okay, but the second one, do you know what? I think I got to episode 4. I thought I can't be bothered to waste any more of my life. But and they're the things that I go to bed, watch a little bit on my phone until my eyes start to go, which is normally only about 10 or 15 minutes. And that's all I use that type of series for. But it was so boring that it was actually keeping me awake because I was waiting for something to happen. So I've left that one. I started on something else last night. And again, only lasted about 10, 15 minutes.
Have you watched Discovery of Witches yet?
No. No, because I know I need a full day, and I want a full day to sit there and just enjoy. Okay. So my mum's just said, is it a spooky? Rather than spooky, it's a you've got werewolves and witches, and it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. There's a lot happens, and I've only seen the first episode. So maybe me and my mum have to do a watching fest on that.
I think you'll enjoy The Order as well. It's along the same kind of lines.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but with bigger twists.
Oh, The Order. Oh, right. Okay, thank you very much. I don't know where my phone is. Oh, it's there. I'll write it in my phone because, and I know you're not supposed to do that, stop knitting halfway through a row. But let me put this on. Because somebody else gave me one to watch as well. The Order. Because somebody else, my friend, said about Snowpiercer on Netflix. I don't know. I think it's a bit crime. It's a bit gory. So I'll have a look at that. So thank you. I've added that.
The Politician is really funny as well.
Funny?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really good. Okay, right. Let's catch up on some chat. Deborah says morning all. Marion says no snow there. Rebecca says her weekend was full of sport. She watched the Six Nations, sorry, and then the Super Bowl. Oh wow. And then Sarah says she had an isolation note from the app and haven't been able to post the finished baby jumper she made. Oh no. Graham says, morning, sorry he's late. He will stay for detention if required. No, no detention required, Graham. And no one is ever late. Marion's had a bad reaction to the AstraZeneca jab, very fluid and lethargic. Oh no, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, just to let you know, my mum's still not 100%. She's got a lymph nodes are up, well, a glands in her throat are up. And she's had that since the day of the injection. So I think there are quite a lot of reactions to it. So fingers crossed you'll be okay soon. But she did have it last Wednesday. So we're not far off a week now. So whilst they say 2 or 3 days, I do think, I looked, it says 1 in 100 get the reaction of lymph nodes, etc. Well, I classify all of you, what is it, glands, etc., as anything connected with that. So yeah.
Safi says she watched lots of telly here. She watched The Bay, Drag Race UK and US, and It's a Sin. I've never been able to get into Drag Race. I think we watched the first episode of the first UK one and thought, no, we don't like this.
No, I went, to It's a Sin. Absolutely love that. Watched it all in one sitting.
Definitely did that as well. Yeah. Rebecca says she watched season 1 but haven't got going yet with season 2 of Discovery of Witches. Georgie says she's binge watched Discovery of Witches. It was fantastic season 1 and was amazing season 2. Can't wait for season 3. Safi says Marion, take it easy. Graham says they've just binge watched 13 seasons of Heartlands. Oh wow.
Never even heard of it.
No. Sarah says, "Oh no, Marianne, lots of good research about how the Oxford is for immunity when you're better." Jackie says, "What channel is Discovery of Witches on?" It's on Sky One, or Sky Atlantic.
It is on Sky One. Yeah, Sky One.
Rebecca says, "Sorry to hear that, Sarah." Sarah says, watched Once Upon a Time recently. It's decent for some comfort watching. I love Once Upon a Time. Absolutely love it. However, I do think they should have stopped at season 6. Season 7, just nah. Watched it for the sake of watching it, to be honest, more than anything else. But yeah, Once Upon a Time is quite good. Brigitte, "All Marion, poor you. I have had nothing." Amber says, "Oh, Marion and Angela's mum, hope you feel better soon." Safi says, "It's a Sim was brilliant and love all the drag races. Season 2 of UK is better than season 1. Oh, okay. Marion says, "Thank you all for the get well wishes." I might have to go back to Drag Race then to just get an idea of what's going on. Safi says she got up to season 5 of Once Upon a Time, but hasn't bothered with it for a while. I got Gary's mum into it. She absolutely loved it. She watched.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. She watched she sat and binge watched all of it in a week. I think all 7 seasons after she'd watched the first episode. Gary's mum of Once Upon a Time, and Lock and Key as well, Angela. I think you'd like that. And that's about to release season 2.
Lock and Key.
Yeah, that's got lots of twists and turns. Safi says Lock and Key was good. Marion says she likes Drag Race, but Richard hates it. Yeah, I think it's like a Marmite thing.
Well, I've just started watching Border Town. I don't know if anyone's watched that. I've only watched about 15 minutes of it. I'm not too sure yet. What else have I watched? I do find that Netflix isn't the easiest to navigate.
No.
What else have I watched? I watched Young Wallander. I quite enjoyed that. And then more of I will tell you what it was. This Finnish thing. The first series was okay, All the Sins, but the second series just wasn't at all. I didn't enjoy that.
Rebecca's got to go. Bye, Rebecca.
Bye, Rebecca. What else have I watched? Oh, there's loads. We'll put that down. Right. Get back to me knitting.
Safi says she watched Cursed on Netflix. Partner loved it, but she wasn't keen. Fun, aesthetic, and female empowerment. Okay. Marion's asking what everybody thinks of Briar Patch. Can't answer that. Never heard of it.
Is that a bit like Downton? Or am I? No, that's Bridgeton, isn't it? Because I don't do period dramas. So, Briar Patch. I don't know.
Safi says that, Marion, you can watch it with me. Deborah says, got here late after an appointment. Sorry to hear you're not well at Marion, and hope you and Angela's mum get well soon. Morning, Deborah.
Oh, thank you. Hello, Deborah.
So, Marion, do tell us more about Briar Patch.
I don't know. Now, can anyone recommend some really good storage for wool? I am wondering if you know the bags that you stick wool in and then you take the suck all the air out. Are they okay? Not with my prized possession wool, but with like normal acrylic wool. Are they okay? Because I am considering putting some in there and sticking it up in the loft because I need to start finding some space. So has anybody And I'm just thinking, do you know what? Then I could put lots of things in there, like a project at a time. So that's all for secret project. That's for that project. That's for that project. Yes, it's just, does it work? I'd love to know. So let's have a look. Graham Lindsay says she's got vacuum bags for some of her wool, works really well. Thank you very much. Safi says they're fab for any wool. Angela, thank you very much. And go the whole hog and have a yarn studio flat. I think I'm just going to buy a village or an island, a private island for wool. No, I'm joking. Also keeps real wool safe from moths. Thank you very much. So I think I might invest in some. I don't want the huge ones, so I think I just need to source smaller ones that are project size. But I just think it'll be a lot easier to do that than have them in the huge great things. I
tell you what, there was a post on one of the wall groups that I follow the other day that said that more and more companies are starting to use vacuum bags to send wool out in, so that it keeps the postage costs down.
Oh, never thought of that.
Because you could get balls as large letters rather than small parcels, and it's like a third of the cost.
Oh, right. That's really quite interesting. Sorry, there's quite a few coming. Just wanted to say, going back a little bit, Georgie says, Marion, I love Briar Patch. I ended up binge watching it. Robert, it's a Deceived series with a difference. Oh, and Deborah says she's watching Last Tango in Halifax at the moment and love it. Safi says not heard of that. Linda says, I've given up on Borderland, but have you seen DNA on BBC iPlayer? Really good and different from the normal Scandinavian series. No, I haven't. I'll have to have a look at DNA. Thank you. I'd heard about Borderland, but I've watched the first 15, 20 minutes. I thought, I don't know if the characters are just too one-dimensional. I'll give it a go. I'll give it 2 episodes, but I think I may do the same. I might just bin it. Right, okay, going back to proper stuff like wool. So vacuum bags are good, but what you put in them sometimes takes time to plump up again. Thank you very much, Janice. Sarah says vacuum bags do refluff, like Janice said. Thank you. Marion said no, it's set in either Australian or New Zealand, and it's a crime sort of thing. I thought after 15 minutes that I just didn't get it. Should I persevere? Read the first book in the Bridgerton series, won't bother with the rest. Give me Jane Austen anytime. Love. And Anne says we went for vaccinations yesterday. Ray felt a bit off last night, so took some paracetamol. Still feeling a bit odd today, but not ill. I didn't have any problems, so good to hear, Anne. Apart from a sore arm, but only when I laid on it. I had the same problem with flu vaccination site. Deborah says, yes, Angela, I love vacuum bags for wool. You're not using the wool that you're not using immediately. I know, because I've got quite a lot of chunky wool and super chunky, you know, enough to make a cardigan or a jumper. I'm just thinking, let's just get it down into a little bit. So thank you ever so much. Sarah says, I keep my projects in little project bags, sometimes ones that I've made. So I want to be able to have my project bags with what I'm working on, but then everything else, I put them all, I did organise it so it's all in bags, clear bags, but now I'm just thinking I need to go out and get lots of those bags and just get the whole thing flat. So I'll have a go at that. So thanks, Sarah. And I will have a look at some nice project bags that I've got hanging around the place. George says, Angela, it's a detective series with a difference. Thank you very much, Georgie. And Graham says, it's got a vacuum sealer posting out fibre clubs. Send 200 grams as a large letter. Interesting. That's really good. So, How's your thing going, Robert?
Yeah, okay. It's quite big now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to show in the middle of a row, but I would say it's probably around 80, 90 centimeters now, I think.
That's good. I don't know how long mine is.
What, the one that I made for you?
Yeah.
I think that's about 150, 160.
I was going to say it was huge. It's lovely. So lovely.
Sarah's asking, is this the blood orange yarn we were selling? No, it's not. This was a gift. This is Katia Jaipur. Although when we got the blood orange and I was for the event, we agreed that I would take the orange and Angela took the yellow so that we could show you what it looked like knitted up, as it was the first time we had the twist yarn. I did do this in that, but I have since pulled it back, so I can do something different with it.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, well, I was never going to get this shawl out of that because it would just take too much meterage.
Yeah.
So I think with yours, I think I used 13 or 1400 yards.
Did you?
Yeah, and this is much thinner. This is the lace
Honestly,
ratio.
I still can't believe that Robert had arranged a birthday party for me, because I do not do parties. I just don't. And he says, will you please allow me? I went, no. So anyway, it was so small. So small. It was just like, no, I just don't do parties for me. I just don't. Anyway, he made me a cake and he was up until, what time did you go to bed, Robert?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock in the morning, finishing my shawl as part of my present, which is absolutely wonderful. So thank you. And it's still so special. Really is. And my mum loves it as well. Every time she sees it, she says, oh, I love that. I love that. So yeah.
Sarah says sliced into a yarn cake last week to make a cardigan.
Oh. I'm presuming that means jumped into one.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Although, what are you using for the cardigan? Because I know there was a lovely, was it part of the Sublime series where there were quite long colour blocks, but it was a cotton and it looked lovely. And I remember going to the local yarn shop and I suddenly thought, oh, I think you needed about 8 or 9 balls. And you know, where a cake, they're colourful, they're lovely, they're, nice. And then you have what I term your hand dyed luxury stuff, and both of them tend to be in different price points, don't they? And I didn't realise, but these cakes were over £25 each. And you needed a lot for this waterfall cardigan. And I sort of thought, if I'm spending over £200 for wool, I'd prefer to have like hand dyed or Nora. So I didn't buy it in the end. But it was the one yarn cake that, it felt lovely, but I just thought, I'm sorry, I just can't do that for what I term as a standard wool. I'll pay whatever for things like Nora. I'll pay whatever for hand dyed. I really will. But when it comes to a cake, I think part of it is they're so beautiful, aren't they? But when you're like £25 plus, I'm thinking, oh. So they were a bit pricey. So do tell me what you're working with. And my absolute go-to in yarn cakes, because I absolutely love it, is what's the one I like? The Stylecraft Batik Swirl.
Batik Swirl, yeah.
Absolutely love that one. and it falls so nicely. Oh, and I got a little picture of my niece with, yeah, I can't share it because they don't share on social media, but I had a beautiful shawl with pom-poms on, and she really liked my shawl, and we put it around her one night. She loved it, so I made a smaller one, and I used just over half a cake, so it was one colour change of every colour, and then put the 3 pom-poms on. And I got a little picture the other night, and she was sat there, and her daddy was reading her a book, and she was swathed in her lovely shawl. But I love batik's wool. It's just fabulous wool. Really, really is. I love how it feels. Sarah says it's one of my favourites. I absolutely love it. This was one gift last year. Acrylic Yarnspirations Caron cakes. I absolutely love Caron. Love Caron. I think it's because our local yarn shop used to sell it, and then they stopped selling it. And I have to say, it has got just about, well, the Caron Simply Soft, is it, that I've got, has some of the best stitch definition I've ever seen. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, and there's a link there. Thank you very much, Sarah. And good morning, Tracy.
Morning,
She
Tracy.
says, better late than never. You're never late. We keep telling you this. Even if it's 2 minutes, that's wonderful. So thank you. But I just love Caron. I really, really do. It's so affordable, and I do find that the quality and the colours are just amazing. But I suppose it's because in the UK we don't see Caron everywhere. Very few shops stock it. So for us, it's a little bit unusual. And I can remember when Katia was never seen in the UK either. That was, only ever in Europe. So when I used to go over to Belgium, I used to pick Katia up as well from this yarn shop over there. Yeah. So,
You also have the Karen Panatone.
Pantone, yeah.
No.
Do you know what? I'll go and grab it. I'll be back in 1 minute. I'll leave you with our lovely Gogglefrogs. I'll be back in a minute.
Right, folks, I'm just going to get to the end of my row, and then we'll think about doing Facebook, because the time is flying by again. So just bear with me. 3 stitches, 2 stitches. That's my increase. 1 stitch, and done. So now that I'm at the end of the row, let me have a good look at this. So I'm not quite sure how long this is. This is the needle length, cable length is 1.2 meters. So I think I am probably about a meter actually. It's quite big, but not big enough yet. I don't think. No, not quite. No, needs a lot more. But I do think I'm going to get to the end of this ball and then stop. Oh, right. Louise says Hobbycraft used to stock Karen, but she hasn't been there for ages for obvious reasons. Yes, I completely agree. Can't stop
I'll just share my little bit of Caron that is only to hand. So these are the Pantones, and you can do a hat or something in them. So I got that, which very me colours.
I like that.
What was this one called? Moody Pumpkins. Just an amazing. As soon as I saw the name, and then I got that one as well because I thought it might be nice to blend it. What was that one called? Lapis, like lapis lazuli, and those are the Caron balls. So that's the colour that I've got. Absolutely beautiful. It says use a 5mm. Yeah, 5mm. It's medium 4, but I do think it's bigger than DK, but it's not quite
I
Aaron.
I used a 4 on mine to make my baby
Did you?
blanket. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was doing a big granny square. And because it was a baby, I didn't want them to catch their fingers in the holes. So I think the 4 made it just that bit tighter.
Yeah. So I did buy every single ball that they had in fuchsia, and then we kept going in, and they found another 1 or 2 balls, and eventually it got to the point where I didn't even buy anymore because I thought there's no way I can use up all the fuchsia that I've got in the carriage, and I don't think that'll squish up very much because they're really dense, aren't they? But they're 6 ounces, so 170 grams. It's always weird, isn't it? We do them in grams. 100 grams, 200 grams, and these are in 170 grams because it's 6 ounces, but amazing. I love Caron.
Right, let's move to Facebook. Jackie's going. Bye, Jackie. She says, see us Wednesday and hopes Marion feels better soon. Linda, my latest project, which I intend to finish before the end of Feb, the yoke is knitted side to side, starting at the cuff, and the body is picked up and knitted down. This is the 3rd time I've made this. Let's just have a look at the pictures.
That's
wow.
nice.
And that's what it's going to look like when it's finished. Oh, wow. That looks nice. No, don't press the wrong
Looks
button.
really nice.
So Trisha yesterday, I love this. It looks a little froggy to me. I love that. That's brilliant. Well done. Off the back of Saturday, I've posted in here. Hi everyone. As mentioned on today's show, we're going to do Secret Froggers for our first birthday show on the 19th of March. Same format as Secret Santa. £5 limit plus postage. It can be anything you think the recipient would like. Drop your name here by the 21st, and I'll let you know who you've got by the 23rd. So you can send it out in plenty of time. Gifts will be open during the show on the 19th of March.
And if you'd like to do it in the USA, I'm sure that we could work that as well, because we do have people in the USA, and if not, we'll post something out.
Deborah says, happy Monday all. Probably won't make it this morning. She's got a blood test and forgot it was when the receptionist gave me this time. Hope to join you a bit later. You are here now, Deborah. Thank you.
You made it. Fabulous.
Dawn had to share this. So this yarn feels like butter, but isn't butter. Lion Brand feels like butter. Want that extra smooth chenille feel without the difficulty of working with it. And that's available at Love Crafts.
Can I just say, last night we were watching Mrs. Brown's Boys. Season 2, episode 4, there was a reference to, I can't believe it's not butter in that as well. Honestly, if you can watch the episode, do. But it's just getting funnier. It really is getting funnier about the can't believe it's not butter.
Sarah, I don't have a baby to model the jumper I made in advance of my friend's virtual baby shower next week. So she's a little dog. Oh,
I think it looks as cute, if not cuter. The baby will look in that jumper.
I've posted welcome our new members. This one we saw on Saturday. Hildegard has posted some pictures of her work, and I think this one has got the most reactions I've ever seen. This is just beautiful. I love it.
Robert, I had a little bit of a thought as well, and this is sort of secret behind the scenes. I think that there's something coming in the future that would be beautiful for that. Is all I will say.
Okay.
Two.
Oh yes. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Fine.
So very cryptic, you know. But as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, that would look fabulous with that.
Definitely. Or even, you know, when you were here last week.
Yeah.
What I had downstairs already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Definitely one to bookmark for the future, folks. Right, Deborah. I think we shared this. Finally finished my hubby's Guernsey hat. Very pleased with it. So is he perfectly fit and very warm?
Yes, however, anything that is Guernsey needs to be shown twice because the needles are so blinking small. That's a nice pattern.
George has shared this one, which is free until the 9th of Feb. So if you want it, folks, jump in and get it.
I love the fact that it's slightly lower as well at the neck, not up here. So I really, really like that. For anybody who doesn't like a really high neck.
Here we go. Here's some more pictures of Hildegard's work. I mean, wow. Just honestly.
I'm like, it's beautiful.
Wow.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
That's almost bride-like, isn't it? That shawl.
It was, yeah. Shut up. Sorry, I've got a very whiny cat now sat at the back door. I think that's everything caught up on.
Yeah. Oh.
Hang on. Tracy says Yarn Inspiration have lots of free patterns using Karen yarn. I have those plat-like ones you have, Angela. Seen a nice shawl made with them.
I tell you something, I want to use it up and I know it's going to be really easy and quick knit.
What's the yardage
on it? Huh?
What's the yardage on it?
Never looked at that before I bought it. It's 127 yards and it says 5.
It?
Huh?
Is that it?
I think so.
It's only about 30 meters.
No, 116 meters. You're talking about feet.
Of course I am.
Yards.
Sorry. Yeah.
127 yards. Although, can I just say, somebody bought me a gift and it was beautiful. And they thought that they bought me what I wanted. And it was actually 30 meters. And I thought, what? No, it was 10 meters. I thought, what is this? Anyway, it was the stuff to make your own yarn with. So I've never actually used it up. But yeah, 127 yards. So I'll have a look. But that should be really quite quick to do. I have to do it. Get rid of it. Get it out of the stash.
Right. So your shawl, I used 4.5 balls. There's 230 meters on a ball. So
right.
it's around about 1,300 yards, I think. Anyway, there we go. Marianne says Karen Panettone is on offer at Wool Warehouse. She didn't buy it.
That's the first. You're being very good this year, Marion. Very good.
Sarah says I made my own pattern for this cake. Not sure I posted the first iteration of it in the chunky sheep's yarn. Repost it, Sarah. So we can
repost.
Amber says thank you for a wonderful start today. See you all on Saturday. Bye, Amber.
Bye. And hopefully Puddykins has been fed as well.
Yes. Princess Curtain Crusher.
That's it, Princess Curtain Crusher.
Brigitte says thank you for your entertainment today. I need you cheering up. Keep safe, everybody. Yeah. So yeah, it's nearly 11 o'clock, Angela. Where's that gone? That's
I don't know.
Coming down outside now.
Huh?
It's really coming down outside now.
Is it? Oh, well, we've got flakes, but it's not really properly laying or anything.
Yeah, I suppose the good thing is that the stuff from this morning was melting, so it's not sitting on top of. It's not adding to what was already there, really.
No, it's fine. It's interesting weather out there. Very interesting weather. So all of the sky is white, so I might even go for a bit of a walk, but I don't know, because going out walking in the snow with some heeled wellies I could slip. So yeah, and Marion says it's not coming down heavily here yet. It's really weird, isn't it? You can be half a mile from each other in this area, and because of the different hills, etc. We're all different. And I know where I live, there's little bridges that go down everywhere. So if we have snow, it's a bit of a nightmare because they don't tend to grit our roads either. So and Amber says that yes, the princess has been fed. Stay safe and warm, and you stay safe and warm too. Tracy says ours never melted, and it's laying quite thick here now.
Oh dear.
You're only about an hour. You're only about a mile.
Yeah.
Mile and a bit as the crow flies. So this is weird.
Right.
I've got a few rows done, thankfully.
I got 2 rows of mine done as well, which is unusual for me.
Yeah. So I can't wait to get on. And Tracy, hopefully you're doing okay with yours as well, because we're both knitting the same thing. So I can't wait to finish it and actually hopefully wear it. For the first time ever, I've done something much smaller so it fits on the shoulders, and then manipulated the pattern, because normally things are just too bit baggy on the shoulder. So we'll see how this goes when it's finished, which shouldn't be too long now. And we are now on the witching hour. It's 11 o'clock.
Yep.
So thank you so much for joining us. Hope you had a bit of a giggle as well, and hope you enjoyed the music this morning, which was fantastic. Thank you, Mr. DJ. And you will see us on Wednesday night, when these will be replaced with a glass set of something nice. So see you on Wednesday. That's Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. GMT, or
3 p.m.
3 o'clock in the afternoon New York time.
Bye everyone.